Bitcoin dominance at 43%, Ethereum dominance at 17.8%. Looks like nothing has really changed much. Bitcoin is at 34,000. Ethereum is at 2,300. Let's see here. Let's look at some top gainers here. What are we looking at here? Looks like everything's almost going sideways, a little bit up. Maker's at 10%. Terra's at 12%. Holochain is at 11%. Compound is at 13%. Telecoin at 11%. Engine Coin 16%. Near Protocol 17%. These are all up, by the way. The Graph up 19%. Harmony One up 12%. And XFin Network, I don't have no idea what that is. ZenFin Network, but whatever it is, it's up 17%. So as we can see, I think the market looks like it's recovering. There's a lot of green here. So that's always good news. I kind of wanted to, I'm going to cover an article, tell you guys my thoughts. But before I do, I have some important news that I want to tell you about my opinion on Holochain. I was up around 4 hours last night doing research, and I mean research. And I mean looking at some of the nitty-gritty things, like going in, looking at old Holo videos. I'm looking at the Scepter project. I'm looking at the founders. I'm looking at everything. I've kind of went backwards and did more research because obviously I want to know what the goal is and what the intent is, and of Holochain and what's happening afterwards. See, there's a lot of problems with people today, and especially, I should say, investors today. Now, obviously, I'm not a professional advisor. I'm not a professional anything, right? What I do is I just try to give you guys pretty much my opinions on what's going on. Give me 1 second here. I think I'm gonna turn on this light here. Hold on. Sorry about that. I was playing basketball today and I feel like an old man. Actually, I was the oldest guy out there. I mean, some of these guys, man, I'm like, yo, how old are you? He's like, I'm 27. I'm like, really? I'm like, I can't be the oldest one out here. Then I saw a guy and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, oh man, he got me by age. How old are you? I'm 28. What in the world? they were like, how old are you? And I told them my age and they're like, you don't look that age. I'm like, well, you know. But, you know, I just don't want to be the oldest guy on the basketball court. I mean, I'm definitely not the sorriest guy on the basketball court. But anyway, going back to what I was saying before, I have done a lot of research. I want to encourage you guys. I want to encourage you all to please, please, please do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. This is why I tell you guys to do your own research. I do not do my own research, my own personal research. So that I can think I know what I'm talking about. I do my own research because I want to know what I'm talking about. I do my own research because I want to protect my investment or things that I invest in or believe in. And then also I do my own research because I want to know what's coming. And again, I'm going back to what I was saying before. That's the problem with a lot of investors today, is they don't understand. A lot of people, not just investors, but people in general don't really understand where the world is going. You have to really dig deep and find out where the world is going. And then you have to find out how you can position yourself to be at an advantageous position for when you get to the place that you're actually going, right? So that's how I do things in life. And obviously that's how I ended up, you know, finding Holochain. I wanted to find out, okay, what is the next thing out there? What is past blockchain? I didn't ask myself what's past blockchain because I didn't even think that was a thought. But, you know, I wanted to find out what was the, you know, many of you guys know my story already. I'm not going to go through all of that again. But anyway, so I found Holochain. I did research on it, and I like it. I liked it for a while. I started putting out videos, pretty much talking to everyone, having good conversations about, you know, how I feel about this project called Holochain. And then, which led up today, to today. And yesterday, you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me take a step back and let me do some more research. Let me do some extra research. And I kid you not, you guys, I was up all night, 4 hours. I was up 4 hours just completely beating it, listening to, wow, that sounded bad. Well, hitting the hitting the road and really hit the ground running. And there was a lot of surprising things to what I've seen. And I'm going to have to tell you guys, I'm not going to tell you what I found, but I will tell you this to do your own research. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit extra, but that's really all I really want to tell you guys is to please do your own research. And also my belief on Holochain has not changed. As a matter of fact, it has not only quadrupled, but I believe that my belief and my faith in the project of Holochain has become exponentially higher after doing like some serious research. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I actually took some bits and pieces from, you know, I really appreciate everyone who's been sending me emails. For some of you guys who have my emails, I don't put them on all my videos. I only put them in the videos for the people who were paying attention to my channel earlier. It's kind of like my kind of slight reward for all those who have kind of been in communication and watching my videos and going through my videos and having to listen to me say all the time. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you guys for making it through those videos. I sometimes look at my videos, I do listen to them over again. I'm like, oh man, really? So a lot of these videos that I do, I could just start learning how to cut everything out. I could just start learning how to, I guess, speak better, pronounce better, or be a better speaker. I have a lot of thoughts in my mind, and my mind does race 100 miles an hour. And for some of you, for some people, especially people who know me in my life, they know that I don't just think about the surface. I think about many other things, underlying things and underlying tones, and I put the pieces together of my own personal life so that I could come out the very best that I can be in life. And put myself in an advantageous position, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. My road's been hard in life. I have not had anything easy in my life. People who know my story, nothing, and I'm telling you, nothing, and still nothing has ever been easy in my life. So I've struggled. I've worked hard. I've labored a lot in my life. Now, obviously, for some of you guys who live in other countries, I know you guys may have some things, more difficult things in your lives, and that's the reality of life. So I'm nobody special, but I will say that when it comes to adversity, I definitely, especially from my military days, I definitely know that I can overcome anything that comes my way. But I've also learned that in order for me to make sure I don't have to overcome so much adversity, I need to position myself and understand where the world is going. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of talk about this just for a second here. So I've quadrupled, I've exponentially have more faith in Holochain because of the research that I did last night. And the research that I did last night, um, after I reviewed everything, I came to a conclusion, and I'm like, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was a little scared. Um, I was a little scared because I start piecing things together. You know, you start looking at regulations and you start looking at how the world is behaving, and you start looking at see many people don't understand. You have to look at the world around you and understand where the world is going, but not only just from a financial point of view, right? So everyone looking at economics, but we also have to look at philosophy. Now, there's one thing that I've told you guys before. When it comes to philosophy, there are very few things that I know about philosophy. There's very few things that I know about religion. That's just my forte. Believe it or not, cryptocurrency is not my forte. It's just not. You know, I don't do TA. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm just a regular normal dude that's into cryptocurrency. That takes a look at the news, gives my opinions on different things, and backing Holochain. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. I was scared because when I pieced everything together, I realized that this is a big deal. And I know many of you guys are like, well, yeah, of course it's a big deal. No, you don't understand. This is a big deal. I can't, I do so much research. I'm not going to sit here, you know, I don't have like all of these articles and all of these. I'm not going to go, some of these YouTube videos for past Holochain and Scepter and all of the other good stuff. They're like 2 to 3 hours long. And yes, I listen to them. So, and then during the daytime, when I'm playing basketball and I'm shooting hoops, I'm listening to it in my ear. I'm working on my free throws. I'm listening to it. I'm doing research, and I'm listening to past interviews, and I'm listening to what people are saying. And then I compare all of those things to now and how Holochain, and how the organization has grown, and now where they're going. And then I look at what's happening in the world today, and then I'm like, oh boy, yeah. So all I can tell you guys, for many of you who are in Holochain, who have the hot token, my advice is to hodl. That's just my own personal advice. That you can take it for what it will. Entertainment advice, because I'm not a professional. I'm not your financial advisor. But I'm telling you guys right now, do your own research and you will find out. I'm doubling down. And there's absolutely no wavering whatsoever. You know, I think I told you guys before, I was a little bit frustrated about the organization and how they were going and different things like that. And then I'm like, man, there's just something that they're not telling us. And by the way, that's another huge thing that you have to understand. You know, when it comes to China, there's something they're not telling us. When it comes to U.S., there's something they're not telling us. When it comes to Indonesia, there's something they're not telling us. And by the way, be careful out there, you guys, in over there in that area. As you guys know, your government has now, I believe, started CBDCs. I need to look that up. To see if what's going on in Indonesia. But and then let me see here. I think I spelled that wrong, but I think you guys are going to have a CBDC. Probably should have just CBD. And while I'm doing that, there we go. Yeah, Indonesia. That was 6 days ago. Indonesia plans to issue a central bank digital currency. The Bank Indonesia, the Central Bank of Indonesia, is planning to issue a digital currency to speed up payments. Yeah, so that's all going to be very, very interesting. Just pay attention, you guys. Now, going back to what I was talking about earlier about Holochain, I gotta let you, I gotta let you guys know how I feel, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't say that I'm the biggest supporter of Holo, but I'm telling you guys right now, this technology is an extremely big deal. It is really, really a big deal. And as I told you guys before, I can't tell you, I can't tell you all what I found, because to be honest with you guys, there's just me putting pieces together. And then also, it gets into some really touchy things, things that I do know. Like I said, I'm into philosophy. I'm into religion, although I'm not religious. I'm very, very knowledgeable on a lot of things. And let me tell you guys something. With this technology, when this technology comes out, it's going to be insane. All right, I'm enough of that. I know I've been building up everything, and I apologize, you guys. But that's all I had to say on that. Do your own research. That's all I gotta say. I can't say any more than that. Now, I'm gonna talk to you guys. Oh, so by the way, there was a interview done with Johnny Stang, and good job on Blakeback Crypto, and also the Mindful Cog. Make sure I got that right. So, one of the things that I found interesting when I asked about the tax question, because taxes is a big deal in the United States. So in the United States, we actually have our states have different regulations when it comes to taxes. So if Biden has this 40% capital gains tax, that's not including other taxes that come on with whatever state you're in. So you can have a taxes to almost 50%. And I remember, I believe it was Big Black Crypto was saying he likes his free healthcare. Well, over here in America, there's no free healthcare. You can work until you drop dead. You're not going to get any free healthcare. You're going to pay for that. The only people who get free healthcare are the people who are poor, or working class, or don't have any, or don't make the certain amount of income, which then obviously de-incentivizes people to want to get above a certain threshold as far as work is concerned. So taxes is extremely important. And by the way, in the U.S., I'm not a tax financial. You guys see your CPA for that. But when you offload your crypto into into USDT on Coinbase, that is considered cashing out. You have to pay a capital gains tax on that, and then when you buy back in, it's not a stable coin. It is a stable coin, but you guys know what I mean. It's considered as cashing out. So, I don't. Again, make sure you guys look that up. If you're in the United States of America, please, please, please do all the research that you possibly can, because it is a big deal. And then also, I've heard of something called deferring taxes, or deferring your gains into some other stuff. I'm doing research. I watched some YouTube videos on the way to a rodeo that I got rained out on yesterday, but or day before yesterday, one or two. But the thing about it is that, yeah, there's a lot going on when it comes to taxes. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this article here. You guys know how I do, but this is something very interesting. California is leading the future of America's crypto economy. So right now we have a lot of rich people who are going, again, like I stated before, while there is the United States, each state behaves differently, almost as it's their own entity. And then obviously they have their own, governments and municipalities within. So I'm just going to read this. Despite growing support, cryptocurrencies have yet to see mainstream implementation in the U.S. economy. Thank you, SEC. Many people and regulatory agencies are unsure of what to do with crypto, stalling its adoption. California has made some significant strides in this regard, recently setting an example for the rest of the nation. Well, we'll see what kind of example that they have here. California is no stranger to embracing change, so its support for a cryptocurrency economy may not come as a surprise. Given its high population, economic status, and cultural significance, it also holds major influence over the rest of the country. As California moves towards legitimizing crypto, the rest of the nation and even the world may follow. I wouldn't go as far as to say that. I mean, we have places like Singapore and other countries that are by far leading as far as crypto is concerned. On August 13th, California State Assembly unanimously passed AB 2150, which will clarify crypto status as an asset. In California and the rest of the U.S., the SEC could classify crypto tokens as securities. If written into law, let me read that again. In California and the rest of the U.S., the SEC could classify crypto tokens as securities. If written into law, this bill will exempt cryptocurrencies from this classification, giving crypto companies more freedom. Exactly. Securities are subject to strict regulation, which we don't even know what that regulation is because the SEC is still trying to figure that out, which has been a problem for some cryptocurrency issuers. Some have had to pay millions of dollars due to these restrictions, which can discourage crypto innovation. In the face of these challenges, companies could potentially give up on pursuing crypto or move to another country. And move to another country, they are doing. If you guys realize, if you listen to what Holochain said, they said they weren't going to do things in the United States or start things in the U.S. Why? Well, it's simple. It's because of the fact that the United States have no idea what the heck they're doing. And, they're trying to talk to regulators. They're getting lawyers. They're trying to get listed on Coinbase. And they can't even do any of this stuff until there's some clear regulations going on. And the fact of the matter is, it just isn't. All right. U.S. is already experiencing a tech talent shortage. Oh, no surprise there. With roughly 1.4 million more openings than applicants. If legal regulations keep driving tech innovators away, this problem will only increase. Legal protections for cryptocurrencies could keep crypto companies in the U.S., bringing more money into the economy. Duh. In light of the recent recession from the COVID-19 pandemic, the U.S. needs new ways to bolster the economy. If California's support for cryptocurrency works well enough, that could be a potential national solution. The U.S. as a whole could ensure that laws allow for crypto innovation, leading to new economic opportunities. Yeah, but that taxes is still, and California does have high taxes as well. I might want to, we'll take a look at California's taxes, or better yet, if any of you guys are from California, please be sure to let me know what your state tax is. Calixic's potential crypto impact. Now, pay attention to this, you guys. Since 2014, there has been a movement to make California an independent nation called Calixit. Calixit's leader, a campaign called Yes California, recently hired crypto expert Alastair Caithness to see how crypto could serve as a basis for California's economy. The group believes that a crypto-based economy could give citizens more economic liberty. If this crypto-based economy works, then it could inspire the U.S. to follow suit. The core concept could serve as inspiration too, giving other lawmakers the idea to look to crypto to run some economic functions. Since California has the 5th largest economy in the world, a change like this would not go unnoticed. Only 32% of California supported Calixit of 2016, but that's higher than its 20% approval of 2014. If California doesn't succeed, it may not abandon the crypto economy concept. The mere fact that such a massive economy consider moving to a crypto-based platform could inspire other legislations. Now, I guess I'll read this last paragraph here. Today's digital, fast-paced world presents some new economic complications, so traditional solutions may be insufficient. As more of the global economy moves towards digital transactions, internet-native crypto becomes a more appealing resource. Citizens and lawmakers alike in areas like California are starting to wake up to its potential. As California moves to embrace the crypto economy, it sets a prominent example for the rest of the U.S. If these crypto-friendly endeavors turn out to be successful, they could give the world the push it needs to recognize cryptocurrency's legitimacy. The U.S. is warming up to cryptocurrency, and California is leading the movement. I don't know about California necessarily leading the movement, but I will tell you guys this. I do not think it is, how should I say, I do not believe in a lot of coincidences. So, if many of you guys have not seen the movie Demolition Man, it's one of my favorite movies. Wesley Snipes is extremely hilarious. And by the way, Big Black Crypto, that was hilarious reference in taxes as far as Wesley Snipes is concerned. So I know a lot of people, some people may not have realized what you said, but I did, that did not go unnoticed. Anyway, he's one of my favorite, he's one of my favorite actors as far as movies are concerned, especially in Demolition Man. But anyway, going back to Demolition Man. So in Demolition Man was made in 1991, I want to say. Oh, I had the movie because I was just watching Demolition Man and Fifth Element, so over again. So there are some of my favorite movies. But anyway, in Demolition Man, supposedly, what's his name plays as Rocky, Sylvester Stallone. He is chasing Simon Phoenix, who Simon Phoenix, the bad guy, and he ends up, I don't know, he ends up breaking protocol or whatever, and the cause of him breaking protocol, he's in California, right? California is a mess right now. Simon Phoenix have totally, gang members and everything has totally taken over. Anyway, to make a better future, a better world, it got better. But before that, they put him in cryogenics. They put Sylvester Stallone in cryogenics. I'm not going to mess up the movie too much for you guys. But basically, him and Wesley Snipes are both in this cryogenics and they're frozen, right? And then it's the year 2030 something or the other, 40 something. But in a way, guess they said the president of the U.S. or something like that, or the governor was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Guess who became governor later on, like 9 or 10 years later? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Also, if you look at California and some of the things that they are doing and some of the ways that they're moving forward, things are kind of getting a little serious when it comes to, I'm looking at a lot of similarities. Now, this is my tinfoil, what they call tinfoil hat moment. I'm taking that from, The Modern Investor. I'm taking that quote from him. I do listen to him sometimes, and he says that he has a tinfoil hat moment. Well, this is my tinfoil hat moment. And I'm letting you guys know right now that it's not a stretch, and it's not a stretch. By the way, the United States is trying to make Rhode Island, I believe, is it Rhode Island? Anyway, they're trying to make one of the northeastern territories a state, along with Puerto Rico, and obviously there's money involved with that as well. So while Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, they do not have to pay taxes over there. So if you move, a lot of rich people are moving over to Puerto Rico, and that is what it is, and they don't mind because they're getting money. If you guys heard of Digital Asset News, the guy over there, he even stated he bought a house in California. excuse me, Puerto Rico. Anyway, going back to this whole California thing, for some of you guys who are not aware, it is entirely possible that one day that California can become its own country. Now that is an extreme stretch, but I think that it's leading that direction. And I don't know if it's going to happen. Obviously, this is years and years down the road. But let me tell you something. To have your own crypto economy, it said that it gives its something freedom, legal protections. Giving crypto companies, if written into law, this bill will sell crypto cancellation, give crypto companies more freedom. It won't just give crypto companies more freedom. The more companies that have more freedom, the more the people in charge have more freedom, and also the more the people itself have more freedom, depending on what cryptocurrencies that they're actually using. So that's why it's always important to do your own research, and then also when it comes to technology. So I'm letting, oh, sorry about that, you guys. I'm letting you know right now, it is extremely, extremely important. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm gonna do this. Um, um, sorry. Sorry. All right. So, and I completely and totally, this is why it's not good to get interrupted. But I do all of my research, and yes, this is a tinfoil hat moment to where California can be its own country. And what was I talking about? Oh, the people, and depending on what cryptocurrency they use. I'm gonna let you guys know right now that is extremely. See, there's been a movement to make California an independent nation. Collects it, and then does this name sound familiar? Recently, yes, this campaign is called Yes. California, a recently hired crypto expert, Alex Katniss. Does this name sound familiar, you guys? It should. I don't know if it's spelled the same way, but remember Hunger Games? I'm letting you guys know. I'm sorry. There's just a lot of things out there, and then obviously after all the research I've done, especially with Holochain specifically. Now I don't think Holochain is tied. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that Holochain and the Holo organization is not tied to anything dealing with California at the moment, or maybe even in the future. But I'm telling you guys, as far as Holochain is concerned, they've been making some serious moves across the world, and you just have to dig really, really deep. You just have to dig really, really deep in order to find out, what's going on. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I want to tell you guys, kind of give you guys an update on how I feel about Holochain and the organization. I also want to tell you guys, do your own research. I think above all else, people, please pay attention. Do your own research. But again, in the United States of America, so many people are led by emotions, right? They're led by emotions. We're all products of our environment, right? So like, I find it funny that there are a lot of people who grew up in the hood, and they're like, oh, hood's the best way of life. Or like, I'm hood. Or country people, and they're like, oh, well, the country, our lifestyle's the best. And, this is how we do to survive and all this kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't realize you wake up in whatever country you're in, whatever organization that you're a part of, whatever you are influenced by your external factors. And that's what you are. Unless you educate yourself and become a better person and not just a product of your environment, then you will better yourself. Right now in America, people are becoming products of their own environment, between race, between culture, between wealth, between wealthiness, rich, poor, working class, Republican, Democrat. And again, I'm going to classify this because Mr. 100 told me, but progressives, because there are some people who are progressive and conservatives over here in America. And it's unfortunate, but a lot of times the people who are progressive over here in America are not really the ones that are in charge. So, and then we also have this whole, oh man, my mind's done again. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because there's so much going on. But anyway, please do your own research. Do your own research. I cannot tell you guys. Look, I'm 1000%. You guys have to understand. I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. I'm gonna tell you guys this. You all. I keep saying you guys, and I apologize, but you all. I am most definitely confident that Holochain, the hot token in the beginning, and then Holo Fuel in the end is going to make some insane gains. So if I was some of you all, I would just, whatever you have in Holochain, I would not even try to find out what's going on today, tomorrow, the next day. I maybe check maybe once a week. I check it every day only because I try to find out what's going on in the news and what's going on with Holochain and its latest updates and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you something now. In 2 years, and I know some of you guys are like, well, 2 years ago, but within 2 years, it's going to continue to grow in the Holochain organization. And once they have everything together, it's going to be scary. And I'm already thinking about finding ways to position myself so that I'll be good, not only just for me, but for my family as well, and maybe for future generations. And right now I don't have a whole lot in, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Yeah. It's going to be huge. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Please have a wonderful day. It looks like this article was written September 10th in 2020. Just now finding out about it, but it still applies to today. Again, do your own research. Please. I cannot say that enough. Yeah. Well, you guys take it easy. Have a great day. Apologize for the interruption. And stay safe out there. Bye, you guys.